Okay, so you're prepping for this Specialized Goods Distribution Manager interview,
Right.
and you want to, totally nail it.
Yeah.
So we've got all this great RoleCatcher stuff for you, like the career guide and the interview guide, and even like some info on how their AI can help you really tailor those answers to be It has like a strategy session.
Okay.
It's not just about what to say, why it matters to the person interviewing you.
I like that.
So let's start with like the basics, right?
Yeah.
Like, what does a Specialized Goods Distribution Manager actually do?
Well, the RoleCatcher Career Guide kind of paints this picture
Okay.
of someone who's like the conductor of an orchestra.
Okay.
But instead of musicians, it's all these unique products that need to be moved around.
Gotcha. So it's
Yeah.
not just moving boxes,
No.
but like coordinating the whole process.
Right.
From where they're straight to how they're transported, maybe even internationally, right?
Exactly. Yeah. The career guide really highlights the exciting side of it.
Okay.
All that responsibility, potential for growth, maybe even some travel.
Sounds pretty sweet, huh?
Yeah, but they don't sugarcoat it.
Okay.
They also mention that it can be high stress
Oh, yeah, I bet.
and the hours can be really long.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Definitely something to keep in mind.
While you're prepping, yeah.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah.
When you're dealing with these really valuable, often sensitive goods.
Right.
Okay, well, let's jump into these interview questions.
Wes.
Because RoleCatcher actually gives us 10 examples,
Bryce.
which is really helpful. So we'll break down each one, really trying to understand
All right.
what the interviewer is getting at,
Okay.
how to craft an answer
Yes.
that makes you shine.
Perfect.
So the first question is,
Okay.
what inspired you to pursue a career in specialized goods distribution management?
That's a good one.
So I feel like this isn't just like listing reasons, right?
No, it's about showing them that you're really passionate
Mm-hmm.
and connecting that passion to your story.
Yeah. Okay. So the interview guide,
Okay.
it really stresses that you need to be authentic.
Right.
Like, ditch those generic answers.
Yeah.
They even give an example where the candidate talks about an internship
Okay.
where they really saw firsthand how important good logistics management is.
That's a good example.
So it's kind of about showing that you've really thought about this.
Yes.
And not just stumbled into it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Sorry.
But you could take it a step further, right?
Okay.
Think about what really excites you about specialized goods.
Mm.
Is it the complexity?
Yeah.
The global reach?
That's cool.
Like, what kind of impact do you specifically want to make?
Oh, I love that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not just logistics.
Yeah.
It's like bespoke logistics. Right?
Exactly.
All right. Question number 2. How do you ensure that the specialized goods are delivered on time and in good condition?
So obviously they want to hear about your process,
Yeah.
right? They want to know that you're not just going to be winging it, that you have a system
Right.
to make sure that the goods get there in perfect condition,
Right.
right on schedule.
So the interview guide, it kind of suggests that you should highlight your experience in like managing transport
Okay.
and using procedures that guarantee that, on time and pristine delivery.
I see.
They give this sample response that hits all the buzzwords:
Oh, okay.
communication, technology, quality control, the whole shebang.
Yeah, it sounds like it's structured well,
Mm-hmm.
but maybe you could add in a personal anecdote,
Oh, that's a good idea.
like a time when you faced a delivery hiccup,
Oh, yeah.
maybe there was a weather delay or like a labeling issue or something, and tell them how you handled it and what you learned from it.
Oh, I love that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because then it's like every answer is a little mini story.
Exactly. Makes it more engaging and memorable.
Okay, question number 3. How do you manage the logistics of transporting specialized goods across different regions and countries?
Oh, so now we're going global.
I know, right?
Yeah, the interviewer wants to know if you can handle the complexities of international shipping.
What's a whole other ball game?
Right, you got to think about customs regulations, all the documentation,
Yeah.
maybe even cultural nuances. It can be a lot.
So the interview guide basically says you've really got to flaunt your knowledge of all that. Show them you can handle global trade like a pro.
Yeah, for sure.
Their sample response, it talks about research, using specialized software, and building relationships with like the people in the know.
Yeah, that's good.
But I feel like you got to be ready for them to like dig deeper, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Like they might ask about specific
Yeah.
international shipping challenges that you've actually faced,
Totally, yeah.
or a time when you had to think on your feet and adapt. So have those real-world examples ready to prove that you're a problem solver.
Exactly.
Okay, 3 down, 7 to go.
We're on a roll.
I know, right? But before we jump into the next one,
I
think it would be cool to weave in some of the insights from the career guide.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Because it's not just about having the answers.
No.
It's about showing that you really understand what the role is all about.
Totally.
And the guide actually reveals something pretty interesting.
Okay, what's that?
Customer and personal service knowledge is surprisingly high.
Really?
75%.
Interesting.
Which is interesting because this isn't your typical customer-facing job.
Right. It's like you're the maestro behind the scenes.
Yeah.
But, the symphony still needs to resonate with the audience.
Exactly, yeah. You get me?
So understanding customer needs, even indirectly, is really important. You got to make sure that whole distribution process is really geared towards meeting those needs.
And exceeding expectations, right?
Absolutely. You got it.
Okay. Back to the interview hot seat.
Let's do it.
Question number 4. How do you ensure that the specialized goods are delivered within the given budget?
Ooh, the dreaded budget question.
I know, right?
Everyone wants to know you can handle the money.
But it's not just about saying, I'm good with numbers.
No, definitely not.
So the interview guide suggests that you should focus on your actual experience with budget management, cost-saving strategies, and vendor negotiation.
Those are good points.
It's really about showing them that you're strategic. About how you use those resources, right?
Exactly.
Instead of getting bogged down in all the numbers.
Right.
The interview guide really emphasizes these approach and avoid sections.
Okay.
Like highlight that you can analyze those cost drivers, spot potential savings, and really negotiate some killer deals with those carriers.
Oh, I like that.
It's all about that process.
Yeah.
Not just the figures.
Totally.
Show them you can stretch $1.
Right.
But still deliver those goods, literally.
I love it.
Okay, on to question 5. How do you manage the risks associated with transporting specialized goods?
Okay.
That's a big one.
That's a big one, because I imagine there are a lot of potential hiccups in this field, right?
Yeah, I'm sure there are.
So this question, it's all about testing your foresight, your ability to see those problems coming, and having backup plans.
Yeah.
The interview guide really stresses being specific.
Okay.
Don't just say, I manage risks. You got to outline your approach.
Gotcha.
Tell them, how do you identify those potential risks?
Okay.
How do you figure out how likely they are to happen?
Yeah.
And what kind of impact they could have?
Okay. And then
the most important part...
what do you do to actually stop them?
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, think about it, right?
Yeah.
Weather delays, transport issues, damage in handling, maybe even something like all of a sudden there's a regulatory change.
Oh, yeah. For sure. You got to be thinking 10 steps ahead.
Exactly. So how do you really stand out here?
Well, you could share a time when you successfully handled a risk.
Oh, a success story.
Yeah, exactly. Like maybe you had a backup carrier ready to go.
Okay.
Or you knew there was going to be a customs delay.
Yeah.
So you adjusted the schedule.
You were prepared.
Exactly. It's about showing you're proactive, not reactive.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
And what about things you should avoid saying?
Okay, so...
I'm imagining, like, if you say you've never had a problem...
Oh, yeah.
That's probably a red flag.
Yeah, nobody's perfect, right?
Right.
Instead, talk about your ability to learn from those past experiences and how you're always refining your strategies for managing risks.
You're always learning, always evolving.
Exactly.
Okay, question number 6. How do you develop and maintain relationships with customers and suppliers?
So this is about the people, right?
Yeah, it's not just about the goods.
Yeah, because this role is all about collaboration. Building those strong partnerships is essential.
Okay.
The interview guide really emphasizes genuine connection.
Okay.
Highlighting your communication skills and how you interact with people.
So it's about...
It's about trust and rapport.
Not just signing contracts.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay, so what kind of examples would really hit the mark here?
Think about times when you've really nurtured those relationships. Maybe you set up a new communication system that made things more transparent with your suppliers.
Okay.
Or you actively sought feedback from your customers to make their experience better.
And what about when things go wrong?
Oh, yeah.
Like, disagreements are bound to happen.
Oh, for sure. And that's where conflict resolution comes in.
Yeah.
So tell them how you handle disagreements and how you negotiate solutions where everyone wins.
So they want to see that you can navigate those tough situations diplomatically and keep those relationships positive.
Exactly.
Okay, question number 7. How do you ensure compliance with safety regulations when transporting hazardous goods?
Oh, this feels high stakes.
I know, right? Especially with specialized goods.
Yeah, the interview guide is crystal clear on this one.
Okay.
Show them you understand the specific regulations that apply to the types of goods you'll be handling.
So no vague answers?
No. Be specific.
Rattle off those agencies,
the
regulations, any training programs that you're familiar with.
Exactly.
And don't just, know the rules.
Right. You got to show them you can put them into practice.
Yeah.
Talk about your experience implementing safety procedures and training programs in your previous roles.
So you're not just aware of the rules, you enforce them.
Exactly.
You create a culture of safety.
Yes, a safety-first culture.
Okay, question number 8. How do you manage a team of specialized goods distribution professionals?
So this is that classic leadership question.
It feels like it.
The interviewer wants to know you can motivate your team, delegate tasks effectively, and guide them to achieve those, ambitious distribution goals.
So the interview guide, what does it recommend?
It says to focus on your leadership style and your philosophy.
So are you collaborative?
Yeah.
Directive?
Yeah.
A little bit of both?
Yeah, you got to be honest about who you are as a leader.
Yeah, okay.
And, it's smart to tailor your answer to the company culture.
Oh, that's a good point.
Do some research, see what their values are, what their leadership style is like, and see how you fit in.
So it's not just about having this generic leadership persona.
Right. It's about finding the right fit.
Exactly.
The guide also says to back up your style with concrete examples.
Oh, like stories.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So think about times when you've delegated a complex project.
Okay.
Or maybe you coached a team member through a challenge. Or you had to resolve a conflict between team members.
Those are good.
Yeah, those real-world stories.
They bring your leadership style to life.
Exactly.
Show them that you actually walk the talk.
Yeah, you're not just talking the talk.
Okay, on to question 9. How do you stay updated on the latest trends and advancements in specialized goods distribution?
So they want to know you're not stuck in the past, right?
Exactly.
They want to see that you're dedicated to continuous learning, which is super important in a field like this. Things are always changing.
Dynamic.
Yeah, exactly.
So the interview guide, it really emphasizes that you need to showcase your proactive approach to staying informed.
Yeah.
So, mention any publications that you read religiously, conferences you attend, even online courses you've taken.
Perfect.
It's about showing that you're genuinely interested in staying ahead of the curve.
For sure.
Not just checking boxes.
Right, yeah.
And it's not just about taking in information.
No.
It's about applying it.
Yeah, tell them about a time when you learned something new. A new technology, a trend, whatever, and how you used it in your work.
Show them that you're not just a learner.
Right.
You're an innovator.
Exactly.
Okay, final question, number 10. How do you ensure that the specialized goods distribution process aligns with the organization's overall strategy?
That's the big picture question.
I know.
It's about connecting the dots between what you do and how the company succeeds. The interview guide says to do your homework, research the company's mission, vision, their values, all that good stuff.
So it's about understanding how their goals connect with getting those specialized goods out there efficiently and effectively.
Exactly.
Okay, and then you got to think about those key performance indicators, right? The KPIs.
Yes. How can you measure the impact of your work on the company's bottom line?
So it's about reducing costs?
Could be.
Improving delivery times?
Maybe.
Making sure the customers are super happy?
Yeah, all of those things.
You got to quantify those accomplishments.
Yes.
Show them how your work directly contributes to the company's success.
And don't be afraid to share a time when you notice things weren't quite aligned.
Oh, interesting.
Between the distribution process and the company's strategy.
So a time you had to course correct.
Exactly.
Get things back on track.
What did you do? What was the result?
Show them you're proactive, results-oriented, always looking to improve things.
Absolutely.
All right, we tackled all 10 questions.
Ooh.
I know, right?
That was a lot.
But before we dive into all those career insights, let's take a little detour into the world of AI.
Oh, I love AI.
Me too.
It's so cool.
So you mentioned earlier that you've been using RoleCatcher's platform.
I have, yeah.
And I'm curious, because they offer some incredible tools.
They do.
That can really help you tailor your answers and stand out from the competition.
It's amazing.
I mean, think of it as your secret weapon in the job search.
I like that.
Especially for a role as specialized as this one.
Right.
Their CV resume builder and AI feedback features.
Yeah.
They sound like game changers.
They are. They totally are.
So tell me, how does the AI actually work to analyze your CV?
Okay, so the AI looks at your work history, your skills, your accomplishments, all of that.
Okay.
And then it creates this customized resume.
Wow.
That's specifically tailored to the job you're applying for.
So it's not just a generic template.
No, no, no.
It's actually adapting to each individual opportunity.
Exactly.
That's amazing.
It's really cool.
Okay, what about the AI feedback feature?
Oh, that's a good one.
How does that work?
So it gives you personalized insights and suggestions to help you improve your resume and your cover letter.
Gotcha.
It analyzes everything, looking for keywords, making sure it's clear, and sees how impactful it is overall.
Okay.
And then it gives you recommendations for improvement.
So it's like having a personal editor.
Yeah, kind of.
Who's an expert in resume writing and understands what those hiring managers are looking for.
That's exactly it.
That's so valuable.
It is.
And what about interview prep?
Okay, yeah.
Does RoleCatcher offer any AI tools to help with that?
They do.
Yeah.
They have this AI-powered interview practice tool.
Oh, wow.
So you can record yourself answering common interview questions.
Okay.
And then you get personalized feedback.
So it's like having a virtual coach.
It is. It's like having a coach in your pocket.
That can help you identify areas for improvement and build your confidence before the big day.
Exactly.
That's incredible. It sounds like RoleCatcher has really harnessed the power of AI.
They have.
To make this whole job search process less daunting.
Yeah, and way more effective.
And more effective.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
It's all about giving you the tools you need to succeed.
I love that.
Yeah.
Now, before we move on, I want to touch on something we talked about earlier.
Okay.
Those different career stages and paths.
Oh, yeah.
Because the RoleCatcher Career Guide, it outlines that typical progression.
Yes.
For a Specialized Goods Distribution Manager.
Yeah, right.
But it also highlights some related career paths.
Oh, cool.
That might be a good fit for someone with your skills and experience.
That's interesting.
It's easy to get tunnel vision when you're focused on one specific role.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
For sure.
But it's important to keep an open mind.
Yeah.
And explore other possibilities.
Totally.
So the guide lists several related roles.
Okay, like what?
Like import-export manager.
Okay.
Warehouse manager. Even logistics and distribution manager.
Wow.
It's like a treasure map for exploring different avenues.
I like that analogy.
Within that whole supply chain world.
This supply chain world, yeah.
So as you're prepping for this interview, take some time to think about where else those skills might be a good fit.
Makes sense.
What other roles really pique your interest?
Yeah, what other industries could you explore?
It's all about staying curious and open to new possibilities.
Absolutely.
It's about recognizing that your career path might evolve over time.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
It's all part of the journey.
It is. It's all part of the journey.
Exactly.
You never know what exciting opportunities might be right around the corner.
That's true.
This has been such an insightful deep dive.
It has.
I feel like we've covered so much.
We have. We've covered a lot of ground.
From interview prep to career exploration, even the power of AI in this whole job search process.
AI is amazing.
I know, right? It's changing everything.
It's a game changer.
It is.
So you're well on your way to acing that interview.
I hope so.
And navigating your career journey with confidence.
Thank you.
You got this.
I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
So before we go, I want to bring it back to the listener.
Okay, good idea.
What key takeaways should they really remember as they walk into that interview?
That's a good question.
First and foremost, just be yourself.
Yes, authenticity is key.
Let your passion for this field shine through.
The interviewer wants to see the real you.
Don't try to be someone you're not.
Exactly.
Second, showcase your skills and experience through storytelling.
Oh, yeah, I love that.
Don't just list those accomplishments.
Right.
Bring them to life with real-world examples.
Those stories make all the difference.
That show your impact.
For sure.
And remember, it's not just about having the right answers.
No, it's about showing how you think.
Right.
How you solve problems.
It's about demonstrating your problem-solving abilities, your strategic thinking.
And your commitment to always learning and growing.
Exactly.
Those are the things that really matter.
And finally, leverage the power of technology.
Oh, yeah. Tech is your friend.
Tools like RoleCatcher's AI-powered resume builder.
Amazing tool.
That feedback tool and that interview practice platform.
Those can really give you an edge.
They can give you a significant advantage in this whole job search process.
100%.
Think of them as your secret weapons.
I love that.
So this deep dive has been all about empowering you to take control of your career journey.
That's what it's all about.
And achieve those goals.
You got this.
We're confident that you'll succeed.
We are. It's like having this like personal career coach right there in your pocket, you know, just kind of nudging you in the right direction.
I like that.
And speaking of direction, let's look at those career stages that are outlined in the RoleCatcher Career Guide.
Right, because knowing that typical path can help you position yourself strategically.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So the guide outlines 5 stages.
Okay.
You start as a distribution assistant, then you move up to coordinator, then supervisor, then manager, and finally senior manager.
So as you're prepping, it's key to figure out what level matches your experience right now.
Yes, where do you fit in?
Yeah, and then where do you see yourself in the next 5 to 10 years?
Exactly. Think about your goals.
The guide actually gives examples of the responsibilities.
It does.
For each stage, which is really helpful.
Yeah, so like a distribution assistant might be more focused on supporting those logistics tasks. While a senior manager is leading those big strategic initiatives across multiple locations.
So it's about understanding the scope.
Yes.
And that potential for growth.
Exactly.
So you're not just applying for a job.
Right.
You're applying for a trajectory.
A career path.
Yeah, exactly.
And even if you haven't had that exact job title before. You can still highlight the experience you do have that shows you're ready for that level.
Yeah.
And that you have the potential to grow within the company.
And remember, it's not just about checking boxes.
No, it's about the skills.
Think about all those transferable skills you've gained throughout your career, even if they weren't directly related to logistics.
Right, because this role uses a wide range of skills.
Exactly. Maybe you honed those communication skills in a customer service role. Or maybe you developed project management expertise in a completely different industry.
Those skills are gold.
They are. They really are.
Don't be afraid to showcase them because it shows you're adaptable and that you can learn new things.
Which are highly valued in any field.
Especially one that's changing as rapidly as this one.
It's about connecting the dots between your past experiences and the future you're building.
I love that,
Okay, let's circle back to those interview questions.
Okay, let's do it.
And see how they could really help you highlight your unique skills and experiences.
That's good.
Let's revisit question 4, the one about budget management. How do you ensure that the specialized goods are delivered within the given budget?
Right, that one.
Now remember, it's not just about saying you're good with numbers.
No, it's about strategy.
It's about showcasing your strategic approach to resource allocation.
You got it.
The interview guide suggested focusing on experiences. With budget management, cost-saving strategies, vendor negotiation. But how can we make those points really come alive?
Oh, that's a good question.
For the interviewer.
So instead of just listing your past responsibilities, quantify your accomplishments.
Ooh, I like that.
Did you negotiate a contract that saved the company, like 10% on shipping costs? Did you implement a new inventory system that reduced waste by 15%?
Those are powerful numbers.
Right. Those numbers make a statement.
They do, because it's about turning those bullet points on your resume into these compelling narratives that demonstrate your impact.
Exactly. You're telling a story.
And remember those approach and avoid sections in the interview guide.
Yes, those are helpful.
They can really help you frame your answers.
For sure.
For example, when you're talking about cost-saving strategies, don't just say that you're good at finding deals.
Right.
Instead, like, really outline your process for analyzing those cost drivers, identifying areas for potential savings, and negotiating those favorable contracts with the carriers.
So you're showing them you're not just cutting corners.
Exactly.
You're being strategic.
You're strategically optimizing resources to maximize efficiency and value.
Exactly.
It's about thinking like a business owner.
Yes.
Not just a task manager.
I love that. Yeah.
Okay, let's move on to question 5, the one that delves into risk management.
Okay.
How do you manage the risks associated with transporting specialized goods?
That's a big one.
This question is all about showing your foresight and your preparedness.
Right.
The guide emphasized being specific and outlining that clear approach to identifying, assessing, and mitigating potential risks.
Right, so you're not just saying, I manage risks. It's telling them how you do it.
But how can we go beyond that theoretical stuff?
Right.
And really impress the interviewer?
Ooh, good question.
I'm thinking a compelling anecdote.
Ooh, I like that.
Something that really showcases your problem-solving skills.
Yeah, tell a story.
In action.
Think back to a time when you faced a big risk in a previous role.
Okay.
Maybe a major shipment got delayed.
Oh, no.
Because of something unexpected.
Yeah, that would be stressful.
Or a crucial piece of equipment malfunctioned.
Ooh. At a critical moment.
Right when you needed it the most.
So how did you handle those situations?
That's the story you want to tell.
Yeah.
Walk them through your thought process.
Okay.
The decisions you made, the actions you took.
And most importantly,
yes,
highlight that positive outcome.
Exactly.
Did you get that shipment back on track? Deliver on time?
Did you find a workaround for that equipment malfunction?
Ooh, that's clever.
Those are the kinds of stories that make you stand out.
They do, because they show you can handle pressure and think on your feet.
And remember, honesty is key.
Okay.
Don't be afraid to mention challenges you faced and what you learned from them.
So it's okay to talk about the bumps in the road.
Exactly.
As long as you show how you overcame them.
It's about showing that you're not afraid of risks.
But that you approach them strategically and proactively.
Okay, I like that.
Now let's move on to question 6.
Okay.
The one about relationships.
Yeah.
How do you develop and maintain relationships with customers and suppliers?
Right, because this role requires those strong interpersonal skills and the ability to build trust and rapport.
For sure.
The guide highlighted the importance of genuine connection and effective communication.
There's a good key.
But how can we really demonstrate those qualities in a tangible way during the interview?
Think about specific examples of how you've built those successful relationships in the past.
They're like real stories.
Yeah, like did you create a new communication system that made things more transparent with your suppliers?
Okay.
Did you actively seek feedback from your customers to make their experience better?
I like that.
Or maybe you went above and beyond to solve a customer's problem and turned a negative experience into a positive one.
Oh, I love that.
Those are the kinds of things that really stand out because it shows that you care.
Exactly.
And that you're willing to go the extra mile.
And remember, conflict is inevitable.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
In any relationship.
In any business relationship, for sure.
The interviewer wants to see that you can handle those disagreements diplomatically and negotiate solutions where everyone wins.
So it's about showcasing that ability to be both firm and fair.
Yes.
Assertive, but also empathetic.
Exactly.
Okay, let's move on to question 7.
Okay.
Which addresses a crucial aspect of specialized goods distribution.
Okay, what's that?
How do you ensure compliance with safety regulations when transporting hazardous goods?
Right, that's a big one.
This question is all about demonstrating your knowledge of those safety protocols and your commitment to maintaining a safe and compliant operation.
For sure.
Remember, the interview guide stressed the importance of being specific.
Right. No vague answers.
So don't just talk about safety in general.
No, get specific.
Delve into the specific regulations relevant to the types of goods you'll be handling.
So you're going to want to mention those agencies.
Yeah.
The regulations, the training programs you're familiar with.
And go beyond just knowing the rules.
Right.
Highlight your experience implementing those safety procedures and training programs in your previous roles.
You want to show them that you're not just aware of the rules.
Exactly.
But that you actively enforce them.
And you promote a culture of safety.
Yes. Within your team.
Okay, question 8 tackles the topic of leadership.
Okay.
How do you manage a team of specialized goods distribution professionals?
The leadership question.
The guide recommended focusing on your leadership style
and
philosophy, but also on backing up your claims with real examples.
Yes, stories.
So instead of just saying, I'm a collaborative leader, share a story about a time when you empowered your team to solve a problem or achieve a goal.
I like that.
Did you delegate a complex project? Provide guidance and support along the way?
Did you coach a team member through a tough situation?
Ooh, good one.
And help them learn new skills?
Those stories really bring your leadership style to life.
They do.
And they show your commitment to developing your team and fostering a positive work environment.
Exactly. It's all connected.
And remember, tailoring your answer to the company culture.
Oh, yeah, that's important.
Can be a really smart move.
Do your research, see what they value, see what their leadership style is like, and see how you fit in.
So you're highlighting those connections.
Exactly.
To make yourself a more compelling candidate.
Makes sense.
Okay, question 9 focuses on continuous learning. How do you stay updated on the latest trends and advancements in specialized goods distribution.
So they want to know you're always learning.
Exactly. It's about showing that you're not just competent today,
right,
but that you're investing in your future growth.
You're always evolving.
Exactly.
The guide emphasized showcasing a proactive approach to staying informed.
So mention specific publications that you read, conferences you attend, webinars you watch, even online courses you've taken.
Yeah, show them you're taking the initiative.
But remember, it's not just about consuming that information.
Right, you got to use it.
It's about applying it.
Make a difference.
To make a real difference.
Share a story about a time when you learned something new.
Okay.
A new technology, a trend, a best practice, and how you actually used it in your work.
Did you find a new software solution that streamlined things?
Oh, that's a good example.
Did you implement a new inventory management system that reduced waste and made things more efficient?
Those are the kinds of examples that really impress.
They do, because they demonstrate your commitment to continuous improvement and your ability to adapt in this rapidly changing industry.
Exactly.
Okay, let's move on to the final question.
Okay, the last one.
This is the one that asks you to connect the dots between your role and the company's big picture strategy. How do you ensure that the specialized goods distribution process aligns with the organization's overall strategy?
The big picture question.
This is your chance to shine as a strategic thinker.
I like it.
The guide suggested doing your research on the company's mission, vision, and values.
Right, you got to understand their goals.
To understand how your role contributes to their success.
Yeah, how do you fit into the bigger picture?
Exactly. So how do we make that connection crystal clear?
Good question.
For the interviewer.
I would highlight those key performance indicators.
Ooh, those KPIs.
Yes, those KPIs, they show the impact of your work on the company's bottom line.
So, did you reduce transportation costs by 10%?
Could be.
By optimizing those shipping routes? Did you improve delivery times by 15%?
Maybe.
By implementing a new warehouse management system?
Those are impressive results.
Or boost customer satisfaction scores by 5%?
Ooh, customers are happy.
By improving communication and transparency throughout that whole distribution process?
It's all about showing them that you're not just focused on moving boxes.
Exactly.
You're contributing to the company's success.
And don't be afraid to share a story.
Okay.
About a time when you noticed things weren't quite aligned.
Oh, interesting.
Between the distribution process and the company's strategy.
So a time when you had to make a change.
Exactly. What steps did you take to correct it? What was the outcome?
Show them you're proactive, you're focused on results, and you're always looking to improve.
It's about being a strategic partner.
Yes.
Invested in the company's growth and success.
Absolutely.
Now, before we wrap up this deep dive, I want to circle back to something you mentioned earlier.
Yeah, what's that?
RoleCatchers, AI-powered tools for job seekers.
Oh, yeah, those are amazing.
They offer some incredible resources.
They do.
That can really help you stand out.
For sure.
And land that dream job.
Totally.
Their CV resume builder and AI feedback features. They sound particularly useful for a role like this one.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Can you tell us a bit more about how they work?
Okay, so the CV resume builder uses AI to analyze your work history, skills, and accomplishments.
Okay.
And it creates a customized resume that's tailored to the specific job you're applying for.
So it's not just a generic template.
No, it's dynamic.
It adapts to each individual opportunity.
Exactly.
That's amazing.
It's pretty cool.
And what about the AI feedback feature?
Oh, that's my favorite.
How does that work?
So it gives you personalized insights and suggestions to help you improve your resume and your cover letter.
Gotcha.
It analyzes your content for keywords, clarity, overall impact, and provides recommendations for improvement.
So it's like having a personal editor.
Yeah, kind of.
Who's an expert in resume writing.
Exactly.
And understands what those hiring managers are looking for.
That's exactly it.
That's incredibly valuable.
It is.
And what about interview preparation?
Okay, yeah.
Does RoleCatcher offer any AI-powered tools for that?
They do. They have this AI-powered interview practice tool.
Oh, wow. Tell me more.
So you can record yourself answering common interview questions.
Okay.
And then you get personalized feedback on your delivery, your tone, and your content.
So it's like having a virtual coach.
It is. It's like having a coach right there with you.
Who can help you identify those areas for improvement and build your confidence.
Exactly. Before the big day.
It sounds like RoleCatcher has truly harnessed the power of AI.
They have. They're really using it to empower job seekers.
To make that whole job search process less daunting and more effective.
100%.
Now, before we wrap up, I want to revisit a topic we touched on earlier.
Okay.
Career stages and paths.
Oh, yeah. There are different paths.
The RoleCatcher Career Guide. It outlines that typical progression for a Specialized Goods Distribution Manager.
Right.
But it also highlights some related career paths that might be of interest to someone with your skills and experience.
That's cool.
It's easy to get tunnel vision when you're focused on one specific role.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But it's important to keep an open mind.
Absolutely.
And explore other possibilities.
Totally.
The guide lists several related roles.
Like what?
Like import-export manager, warehouse manager, even logistics and distribution manager.
Wow. So many options.
It's like a treasure map.
I love that.
For exploring all these different career avenues.
Yeah, in the supply chain world.
Within that broader supply chain world.
That's cool.
So as you're preparing for this interview, take some time to consider where else your skills might be a good fit.
Okay.
What other roles really spark your interest?
Yeah. What other industries could you explore?
It's all about staying curious and open to new possibilities.
I like that.
It's about recognizing that your career path might evolve over time.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
It's all part of the journey.
It is. It's all part of the journey.
Exactly.
You never know what exciting opportunities might be just around the corner.
That's true. It's about having the tools and the knowledge to, make good decisions and navigate this, crazy job market.
Yeah, it's constantly changing.
It is. It's wild out there.
And speaking of making good decisions,
yeah.
Remember what we talked about earlier?
Okay.
About asking questions during the interview?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It's not just them grilling you.
Right. It's a two-way street.
Exactly. You're evaluating them too.
You got to do your research.
Yeah.
On the company culture, their values, what their leadership style is like.
So what kind of questions would you recommend asking?
Well, don't be afraid to ask about career development opportunities.
Okay.
What their approach to work-life balance is.
Yeah.
Or their commitment to sustainability.
Oh, that's a good one.
Anything that's important to you.
Yeah.
That'll help you figure out if it's the right fit.
It's about finding a company that aligns with your values.
Exactly.
Not just a job that checks the boxes on your resume.
That's so important.
And those thoughtful questions show that you're really engaged and that you're genuinely interested.
Yeah, they make a difference.
So as you walk into that interview, remember, you got this.
You do.
You've prepped, you've practiced, and you're ready to show them what you've got.
Absolutely.
And even if this specific opportunity doesn't work out, remember that every interview is a learning experience.
That's a good point.
It's a chance to refine your skills, build your network, and gain valuable insights into the industry.
You're always growing.
You're constantly evolving and growing.
Exactly.
So chin up.
Yes.
Shoulders back. Go rock that interview.
You got this.
That's a wrap on this deep dive into the world of Specialized Goods Distribution Managers.
We covered a lot.
I know, right? We did.
It was fun.
It was. It was a good one.
Hope it was helpful.
We hope you found it insightful and empowering.
Remember, your career journey is a marathon, not a sprint.
Ooh, I like that.
Pace yourself, stay curious, and never stop learning.
And who knows, maybe one day you'll be the one inspiring others in this exciting and dynamic field.
That would be awesome.
Until next time, keep diving deep.
See you later.